Okay, let's talk about the dairy. Now, dairy is not really meant for us, okay? There's no animal on this planet which drinks another animal's milk. What I want you to do is eventually try to come off this dairy process, the cheese and the milk and stuff, but it takes a long time and a lot of effort. Now, the best way to come off stuff is obviously replacing it with something different and still getting your fix in a different way. So say you had cereal, although I don't agree with cereal because there's heavy metals in it. So if it says extra vitamins in your cereal, it actually means extra metals. You can even do a test with a magnet, okay? Nice solid magnet, and you have your cereal in there, and you can move the magnet around and the food will move around with it. You do not need heavy metals in your body, okay? So say for example you are still taking your cereal, you need to replace one of them. So if you want to remove milk from your diet because you've got a bad stomach, hence the reason you're not supposed to be having it, you then replace it with soya milk or any kind of other milk. You just try each one out. You can try soya, you can try rice, you can try coconut. Just try them out just to try to replace what you're taking. Once you end up replacing maybe one, in your breakfast, one meal a day with obviously soya, then start to try to change the way, if you're drinking coffee, try to change that one as well. But remember, it's a slow gradual thing. You've been forced into this without you even realizing. People always turn around and say it's all about the calcium and stuff that you get from milk. Now the best thing to understand is to go and do your research and find out where you can get calcium from other forms, okay? You've got plenty of plants out there, you've got plenty of products out there that you can use, okay, which is a much better calcium source than milk. Now, milk, if you go and investigate what actually happens to the animal, you'll find that they're pushed with testosterone or growth hormone into them to produce more milk, which makes them have more pus. Okay, so when they're producing too much milk, bearing in mind, you only produce milk if you're pregnant. So what they do, right, they have a cow just sat there and they pretend to make it pregnant so it produces more milk. Then it jabs it and injects it, and then it makes more milk, which makes more pus. That pus goes into the body. They try to get rid of it as much as they can, but the animal is stuck and enclosed, okay, at all times. It cannot move. They say grass-fed. It's called the placebo effect. Daisy the cow looks fucking fantastic on the milk cart and looks like he's having a great time. Actually, you can go and investigate and find out exactly how Daisy's getting on. I guarantee it, it's not having a great time. And then you're drinking that. So if it's getting, if people take steroids, the body changes, right? Straight away. You wouldn't eat an animal, right, if you knew it had bad cells in it, if you could see it had diseases in it, if you could see it, you wouldn't eat it because you would think, remember, bearing in mind, you work on a cellular level. So if that bone or that meat or that milk has a disease in it and you knew it, you wouldn't have it. But if you don't know it, you end up having it. So what you have to do is understand that if you eat it and it's got diseases in it, or it's been pushed with drugs, and it's been under conditions and it's stressed, you're eating that. So what's that actually going to do? It's actually going to develop into you. You are going to become that product. There's no way that they can get rid of that testosterone they've been putting in, or that stress that animal's been putting in, and then you're drinking it. So like I said, do your investigations, have a look at the dairy. Remember, you're not going to be able to come off everything straight away. It takes time. But when you start to change things, you start to see results. And you understand that, first of all, how much knowledge has been taken away from you and how much knowledge you're now getting back because you can investigate yourself. Just go on YouTube. There's plenty of stuff on there. But make sure you try to make the changes, okay? Come away from dairy as quickly and smoothly as you possibly can and successfully. Once you've done it successfully and you've taken it out of your diet, then start to work on a different part. You also have to pass this knowledge on. So you have to make sure you do the same thing for your kids. If you've got kids, they don't need the milk. They do not need that milk. They do not need that cheese. But cheese is addictive, okay? Cheese, it glues up. It glues, okay, it starts to change and changes its form. Then it addicts, it releases chemicals in the body. And once the body sees it, enjoys it, it loves it, okay? So it's an addiction, just like sugar's an addiction. These companies and these corporations, they want you to be addicted to this kind of food. They want you to spend your money. You only have to look at this world. It's an upside down world. There's no fruit or veg on that tree. There's no fresh water out there. You always have to go to the groceries. And the first thing you always see in the groceries is going to be the meat and the meats. Look, all I'm saying is start to open your eyes, educate yourself in a different way and try different things. And I guarantee you get better results straight away as soon as you start changing the way that you think and the way that you do stuff. Anyway, that's me out. See you later.